Hey, thanks for tuning in. I'm so glad you and so many others are enjoying this. But I just have one favor to ask. It's just one, and it's free. All I ask is that you subscribe. It's the easiest way for you to support me continuing to make this stuff. Oh, I do have actually one more thing to ask. Enjoy the episode. Hey there. You showed up. Thank you. I'm Sandy Robson, and this is The Sound of Books. Today we're going to continue my thoughts from the Ether series, and we're going to keep digging around in that little thing called MK Ultra, with two of its most popular players. Today's episode, brain mapping to mind control. From science to weaponization. Did you know that the ability to trigger any memory, any emotion, any experience with just the touch of an electrode was discovered by accident? Oh yeah, back in 1951, if you can believe it. Wilder Penfield was performing brain surgery on a patient with epilepsy. He needed to map the brain to avoid damaging any critical areas. So he inserted a tiny electrode and applied a small amount of electrical current. What happened next? It changed everything that we thought we knew about human consciousness. The patient suddenly cried out, but not in pain, no. They cried out in wonder. She was reliving her childhood, hearing her mother's voice calling her name from 30 years ago. Not remembering it, no. She was experiencing exactly as if it were happening right then. Penfield had discovered that electrical stimulation could unlock any memory stored in the brain. Touch one spot and a patient would smell their grandmother's perfume. Touch another and they'd hear a song from their wedding day. Complete with the emotions and every sensation as vivid as it was in the original experience. This was revolutionary neuroscience. Penfield was mapping the architecture of human memory, proving that consciousness was far more complex than anyone imagined. But while Penfield was using his discoveries to help epilepsy patients, others were taking notes. Very interested notes. Because if you could trigger any memory with electricity, what else could you do? Could you implant false memories? Could you erase traumatic experiences? Could you possibly rewrite someone's entire personality by stimulating the right combination of neural pathways? The answer, according to MK Ultra, was yes. Cameron's brutal experiments at Allen Memorial Hospital weren't just about breaking minds with LSD and sensory deprivation. They were about mapping the exact neural pathways that Penfield had discovered, and then weaponizing them. Think about it. Penfield showed that consciousness could be accessed through precise electrical stimulation. Well, Cameron, he took that knowledge and asked the darkest possible questions. What if we could use this to completely reprogram human beings? The evidence suggests that Penfield's brain mapping research became the blueprint for consciousness control. His discovery that memories could be triggered electrically became the foundation for techniques designed to implant false memories, erase inconvenient truths, and rebuild personalities from scratch. Penfield was searching for the scientific basis of the human soul. And what he found was the control panel for human consciousness. And we all know that once you know where the controls are, you can reprogram anything. The patients in Penfield's operating room experienced wonder, reliving beautiful memories triggered by gentle electrical stimulation. The patients in Cameron's program, well, they experienced horror, having their minds systematically mapped, broken down, and rebuilt according to someone else's design. Same science, same techniques, but one doctor was healing, while the other was weaponizing. So the next time you hear about a breakthrough in neuroscience, about brain stimulation therapy, about techniques that can access and modify human consciousness, remember that every medical breakthrough can become a weapon in the wrong hands. Penfield gave us the map to human consciousness. Others used the map to invade territories that should have remained sacred. Penfield discovered that consciousness could be accessed through precise electrical stimulation. But he also discovered something else, that minds seeking meaning, seeking self-help and meditation were prime for reprogramming. Think about the explosion of spiritual seekers after the war. An entire generation desperate for consciousness expansion, for meaning, for transcendence. What if that wasn't an accident? What if that hunger was deliberately cultivated? Because once you know that electrical frequencies can trigger any memory, any emotion, any experience, you realize that consciousness isn't just accessible through electrodes in an operating room, it's accessible through sound frequencies, through binaural beats, through any technology that can reach your brain. Penfield mapped the control panel for human consciousness. Others learned to access it remotely. So the next time you put on a pair of headphones for meditation, for sleep enhancement, for consciousness expansion, remember that every frequency that can heal can also reprogram. And in a world where your brain is constantly receiving signals, the question isn't whether your consciousness is being influenced. Oh no. The question is, by whom? I'll see you soon.